game with the new schedule, but they are looking to make an impact win over a good Nashville team tonight.
Absolutely. We've had a couple of byes. It's been a long week, a couple of weeks on the road, going coast to coast, a little bit of the Midwest action, but we are here in Duluth, home sweet home for the Minnesota Monsters. So
far, leading in the division, Albany, defending champion. They are still undefeated, even last year, now into this year. New team Kentucky, 4-1, tied with Nashville, also 4-1. The Monsters are a half game back. Those 4 teams that have winning records right now. In this, so far in this season, a 3-game winning streak for the Monsters, averaging less than 30 points allowed per game. Tough defense.
Yeah, you talk about tough defense, and the main Cadillac of that defense has been Delvin Randall, the 6'1 defensive back out of Temple University. He had a spectacular week last week. He had 9 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, interception, and 1 fumble recovery. He was all over the field making plays for this Monsters team.
And that's the reason why they were able to keep the scoring down and still wound up winning in overtime. Randall could easily have been the defensive player of the week. Now that defense for the Monsters will be facing one of the toughest quarterbacks in the league. That is Tyler Kukla. And second straight year, he led them to the championship game, losing to Albany by 3 points. Last year, he threw for 1,700 yards. This year already, 1,200 yards, only 4 total interceptions. And he has a very quick release. He likes a lot of the shorter patterns, but he's not afraid to go deep either.
Yeah, what stood up for me, last year he had 31 total touchdowns in 9 games. This year, through 5 games, he's already got 27. So he's looking to make a statement on this year, and he's going for vengeance. He's trying to get that title after falling short last year.
That sets things up for this first ever home game for the Monsters. Back with the kickoff. And a brand new game here in Duluth. Back in a minute.
You want soft?
Over the boards he goes.
Wrong building.
And it's a touchdown.
This is Arena Football 1. Walls, speed, impact. This game doesn't slow down.
Touchdown, Wolfpack!
It closes in. 8 men. Nowhere to run. Hockey speed, football violence. Don't blink, because in here, the ball never dies. Watch Arena Football 1 live all weekend long. This is Arena Football 1.
Unbelievable!
The ball never dies.
This is Arena Football 1.
8 men.
Hey, you're going to remember that one.
Nowhere to run.
Only an AF1.
Hockey speed.
Another one.
Football violence.
Unbelievable!
Small field.
Welcome to the wall.
Big collisions.
This is what AF1 is all about.
Don't blink. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Soil Arena. The Cats in the white, the Monsters in the black. Referee Tyler Downs will conduct the coin toss there at midfield, and we will take it from there. And one of the big differences for maybe those of you who have watched the previous Duluth team, you're going to see a kickoff. You didn't see that for 2 years. Kicking is definitely a part of this game, and looks like the Cats won and deferred. So the Monsters will receive, and it doesn't make much difference which end you decide to defend, but the Monsters will be down to our right and will receive, which also means Nashville will get that ball to start the third quarter as well. You see more and more teams now winning the toss and automatically deferring, wanting that ball to start that third quarter. Randall and Kulka out there with a little bit of sportsmanship. And how about that, to have the two guys that we talked about in our pregame show right there, and they are ready for battle here at Amsoil Arena.
Yeah, I don't know if they're funneling the stream straight to the locker rooms or what, but those two are ready to go, and I think they're going to be major impact players coming in tonight's contest. And yeah, we are just mere moments away from the first ever football game here in Amsoil Arena.
And those of you who are maybe watching on the stream, how beautiful Amsoil looks with that turf down there and the big Monster logo at midfield. For Nashville, this is for them to say also, all right, you guys are in the league. You might have won a couple of league championships with a previous franchise in a previous league, but hey, we lost to Albany by 3 in a dynamite championship game a year ago, and they're putting the pressure on Albany again, and that is what this game is about as well. So the kick will be from Nashville down to our left, and the kicker will be their kicker, Kyle Kaplan, out of Notre Dame College. And we do have, like a lot of the arenas, the large scoreboard above the center of the field, and you're seeing more and more of the kickers tee it up to one side or the other to keep from clunking it off of those scoreboards.
Yeah, with that swing of a right foot that we'll see here, you're going to probably want to line up on that right hash. Potentially swing between the two uprights and get a nice little deuce to start off the game, but yeah, you want to avoid that middle of the field jumbotron if you can.
Well, because the other team then gets it at the 20-yard line, and when you're talking about a 50-yard field, that's great field position. So getting ready is Kaplan, and waiting in the end zone, and it looks to be received there, and now the ball loose in the end zone, covered up by the Monsters, and this may be a 1-point award because it went off the netting, went down in. It's not a safety. Yeah, take a look. It took a funny carom, and in the end zone, it's not a safety. It's a 1-point. They used to call it a rouge, but that's really more a Max Factor term, I really think. So here they are, Monsters 1st and 10, their own 5-yard line. That is where you put it on a touchback. They have a man in motion, and in motion there, and that is, let's see, double checking. Again, you get some different additions when you have a week off. So the man in motion, circling to the far side, running play. This is a team that doesn't stay away from running. The carry by former Minnesota Gopher Shannon Brooks, who is leading the league in total rushing. A yard to the 6, it'll be second down and 9-yard line. Wide to the near side, rolls to the far side, Laughing House. And then in motion for the slot on the far side. And the drop back by Javante. Pass, nice grab on a hot thrown ball. And he is down. The catch by Laughinghouse at somewhere between the 11 or 12 yard line. They're going to put it at the 12. A pickup of 6. It'll be 3rd down and 3 from the 12. That ball had some zip.
Yeah, it might be something the Monsters might want to revisit there. They had Laughinghouse wide open over the middle, but Phoenix Sproles on the right side was wide open with nobody with any intention of covering him.
So 3rd down and 3. Man in motion near side, giving him a slot man. Here goes Brooks. Brooks down the near sidelines. Brooks is brought down inside the 5 yard line. Tackled by Omari Alexander. A great burst down the near side.
Yeah, it was just a quick pitch to the short side of the field on that left hash. Brooks had blocking, hit the hole hard, and absolutely punished the Cats down inside the 5.
Take a look. He's coming right down the near boards, as you would say during the wintertime, coming in on left wing. Now it's 1st and goal from the 4, and there is J5. Javante Johnson takes it in for the touchdown. That's exactly what the Monsters are looking to do to get this one started as they grab a touchdown 4 plays into the game.
Yeah, and you absolutely set it up perfectly with Brooks. They went to him 2 times before that, and then Javante, like any good quarterback would do, you can see it right here on the replay. DN crashes, I'm going to keep it, and you're not going to touch me as he goes in for the 5 yard scamper.
Really had a good read option on that handoff. He had to read the defense. Now they are going to try the point after. In my opinion, the best kicker in the league is Aiden Johnson. He kicks it, and it caroms no good. It's only 9 feet wide there, that crossbar. And by the way, on point afters, the ball is not in play if it goes off. Pretty much watch it again at the touchdown. Great read. And he was able to make the run. He beat Jaquan Artis into the end zone for the touchdown. So 12:09 remaining in the first quarter. And the Monsters do get points. It is 6-1. Let's see how this all set up. A great run of a total of about 34 yards on the run. Great speed. Boy, Brooks always known for that. Had a great rushing career in the Big Ten at Minnesota. So now, let's see if our kicker, Johnson, it hits the scoreboard. Minnesota will get it at the 20 yard line. Well, he probably could not have hit that base of the board any more dead center. So it'll be at the 20, 1st and 10.
Yeah, just a little less on that one for Johnson. If you'd have just cut a little bit too much of the pitching wedge, maybe a little bit more of a 7 iron, 8 iron if you could right there, and it'll be right through the uprights.
Smack dab right there. I don't think he was aiming for it, kind of like my golf game. If I'm aiming for it, it's not going to go in that direction. 1st and 10 now. Kulka at his own 20 yard line. Wide to the near side, Gandy. Man in motion is Williams, newly signed. Swing pass far side. Batted out of the air by Claude Davis. 6'4", 285 out of South Florida.
Yeah, that's something we see often out of Kulka. We saw the quick check down, but Davis has seen that before from the past years and got that right paw up to swat it down.
I probably think that Duluth had some on-file video from those games with Springfield in the other league. Back to drop Kolka, looks far side, pumps, throws, catch made at the Monster 20-yard line by Malik Honeycutt. It'll be a first down. Honeycutt coming into the game, 33 catches, 445 yards, 7 touches.
See right there, Honeycutt ran straight to the sticks, knew exactly where he was going and planted himself in a good spot there for Kolka to hit him for the first down.
Picked up exactly 10, first and 10 from the Monsters 20-yard line. Man in motion, Honeycutt circling near side, throw, caught inside the 5, touchdown. He led beautifully to the far boards. The catch that was made by Honeycutt. Double check that. That was Williams. Williams getting his first touchdown as a Cat.
Yeah, Kendall Williams running across the middle right there is a great catch there, but Monsters weren't too happy looking for a holding call. They're not going to get it, but hey, you can see the great route right here, attacking the back or top hip, and is doing the rest after the catch.
So now, a point after for Kyle Kaplan. Holding is their other quarterback, Josh Jones. The kick is through. It is good. So it's an 8-6 lead for the Nashville Kats. We'll be back with more from the shores of Lake Superior after this.
The AF1.com.
Over the boards he goes.
The moment it happens.
Touchdown, Oregon Lightning.
The hits, the highlights, the news that shakes the league. It's already here. This isn't yesterday's story. This is right now. The AF1.com is your inside line to everything Arena Football 1. The AF1.com. Don't hear about it later.
Here we go again. That's going to leave a mark.
This is Arena Football 1.
This is what AF1 is all about.
The ball never dies.
He flipped over the wall and hung on.
The wall is waiting.
This is Arena Football 1.
No sideline.
He got lit up by the wall. That's going to leave a mark.
No way out.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
Because in here, the ball never dies.
Every dream starts with a chance. A chance to build something bigger than yourself, bigger than the game. For this team, this city, and every kid watching in this game, this is where it begins. Under these lights, in front of this community, dreams are becoming reality.
Got it.
This is Oceanside Bombers
We
football.
found out who number 6 was. He had just been signed this week, and that was Carlos Thompson for the Monsters. Six lead. No, you didn't accidentally tune into a baseball game. And that's what happens. First time in a Monsters game at home here that they gave up that point. Here is another kick, and that is off the net, taken by Thompson in the end zone. It's like a hot potato, and he is going to be stopped in the end zone. Another 1 point. And Nashville will take a 9-6 lead. It'll be at the 5-yard line for the Monsters. Getting used to that net. It depends on spin, Also, if it catches a bit of those yellow supports, that could really, watch that.
You can see Thompson did a good job getting it to initially, and then the hot potato ensued, bouncing around. I mean, it's still a football bouncing around there.
How many times do you see that football bounce back like a basketball? That time it didn't. Javante throws, Sproles, and he is down at the 19-yard line. A pickup of 14 and a first down. Sproles. They were very happy when they picked him up. Sproles is a Minnesota native. Played at North Dakota State and James Madison. Last game, 5 receptions, 56 yards, a touchdown. From the Monsters 19, Brooks cuts back against the flow nicely and drives straight ahead to the 24-yard line, a pickup of 6, 2nd and 4.
Yeah, it's been a small sample size, but you can see the great vision so far out of Shannon Brooks. He's taken it, following his blockers the past 2 times off that left side. This time he's going to hit the brakes, cut back, and found what he could there, and a solid gain of 5 on first down.
Torrey Boyd is the man who will center it, and Javante under center. Throws far side, caught at midfield, and no yards after the catch for Tyron Laughinghouse. Tackled on the play by Omari Alexander, who saw a lot of Kentucky in college. He played at Eastern Kentucky and Western Kentucky.
And all over the Bluegrass State for him, but yeah, now a big 3rd and short coming up for the Monsters.
Yeah, 3rd and 3 now. Monsters, for those on radio, they are heading downfield from our right to left. Man in motion. Thompson gives him a slot man near side. Pass, leaping catch at the 16. There is Thompson, and it took 2-3 of them to bring him down. They'll give him progress probably to the 16 or 15-yard line. It is a first down at the 15.
You can see Omari Alexander there trying to strip it out, not successful at all. Kept his feet turning, and I'm glad he did, picking up more gains, that little yak.
At the 15 of the Cats. Nashville a 3-point lead. Javante, wide open. Thompson makes the catch and brings it down to the 2-yard line. Trying to bring him down, former Ole Miss Rebel Derek Jones, but he went over the ball and over the wall.
Well, that's why coaches always say you got to go low. Jones went high, and a great reaction right there out of Thompson. Nearly found the end zone, just got tracked down from behind there. But a 1st and goal coming up for the Monsters.
An 11-yard catch. He slipped right by Josh Jones. Took it down to the 4, where it's now 1st and goal. In motion, circling to the near side. Brooks cannot run to the short side of the field, to the far side, and make the turn, as they will give him no progress to, or they may even lose a yard. They're going to put it at the 5, so a loss of a yard, 2nd and goal.
Yeah, you can see the Cats were much more prepared for that read option there. Javante Johnson had no option but to just give it to his running back Brooks there and hope for the best.
Sproles wide to the near side. Thompson slot, and Laughinghouse also in the slot. Back to throw. Javante rolls far side and threw it. It was off the base of the net, and it rebounded off. It would have been a live ball. It landed beyond the range of linebacker Derek Maxwell Jr.
Yeah, that's one where Johnson's got to be careful with. Yes, you're throwing it away, but you can't forget about that big net there. It's a live ball, and the defensive backs nearly made a play on it.
The net has already figured 2 single points on kickoffs for Nashville. They lead 9-6, but Monsters knocking on the door. Javante pass tipped up and into the seats. So, no, I was asking myself, did they put a screen there? No. That went right into the stands. Jay's our DJ, might be watching for things on kickoffs. He's in the first concourse row there behind, and there is no protection for him.
Now those front row seats come with the price. Got to have a head on a swivel at all time. If you want the right on the action, you got to be prepared for the action as well. But a big time 4th and goal, but looks like they're going to settle for 3.
4th and goal from the 5. Well, they're down by 3. So Aiden Johnson will come in. Johnson is 3 out of 4 in field goals. This will be a 20-yard kick. It is up. It is good. And we've got a tie game. 3:55 remaining in the first quarter. We're all even up here in Duluth, Minnesota at Amsoil Arena. Glad you've joined us here at AF1 Football.
Yeah! You feel that? You feel it! This that AF1! You feel it! What? Run for the city! Run! Rep your colors! Side by side! When the lights come on! We go high! AF1! The ball never dies!
Clarksville wasn't built quiet, now built loud, built proud, built fire. Built on boots, hit ground, no tire. Built on hearts that don't back down, go higher. No permission, we don't ask that. Keep the door, yeah, we crash that. 48 inches wall, where you at? Running too wide, yeah, you need that. Yeah, no sidelines, ain't no safety. No soft landing's gonna save me. You don't watch, nah, you feel me. Whole crowd standing, energy crazy. Show up early, stay late. Feel the ground shake, no brakes. Hear the sound, that's us, that's us, that's us.
Whatever your game is, pain shouldn't stop you. At Beacon Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we're here to help you move forward. From the sidelines to the operating room, from rehab to recovery, our team of experts provides the same world-class care trusted by the pros, so you can keep playing, working, and living without limits. Don't let pain hold you back. Schedule your appointment today at beaconortho.com.
Well, maybe in our pregame show we should have profiled the 2 kickers, because they've been more of the action so far in this first quarter, which has 4 minutes or so remaining. Johnson, the kick, much lower. That's knuckleballing. Rolls into the far corner boards. Malik Honeycutt brings it up, gets a small return just out over the goal line. Nice tackle on the play by Phoenix Sproles.
Yeah, you can see there's a much better job kind of adjusting there for Johnson. Line drive, squib kick there, you can see. And then since it landed in front of the end zone, rolled to the back of the end zone, essentially it'll be a touchback, and he'll start over at the 5-yard line.
You know, when you're used to the outdoor football, you say that's not much of a touchback. Well, remember, you're only looking at 45 yards to go to the other end zone. Think about that. 3:49 remaining first quarter here in Duluth. Glad you've joined us. This is a sports landmark for the Twin Ports area. The Twin Ports being Duluth and Superior, Wisconsin. One of the big shipping ports, not only for the U.S., but for the world. All right, 1st and 10 from the 5-yard line. Wide out, left and right, slot near side, and back to throw. Caught, made, and down is Williams at the 15-yard line. Kendall Williams, maybe not so coincidentally, also went to Lawrence Tech, which is where Kolka went to college.
Well, you can see that the chemistry between these two is very dividend. He's already got 3 catches on the night, one of them for 6. And I think it's going to be a lot more where that came from for Williams.
Now man in motion. Again, that's Williams. Quick out far side along the boards. Fighting his way for an apparent first down. Former Murray State racer Jordan Gandy, 6'3", 200.
Yeah, Gandy's got that big frame, but you can see right away from the Monsters. There's defensive backs. They're bailing, and they're trying to play back. So good job there by the Nashville Kats. Just going to play a quick pitch and catch and let your athletes do the rest.
It's a gain of 8. They spot him down at the Cats' 23-yard line. Wide out one side. He goes in motion. That's the short side of the field. Comes wide near side. There's the pass. Right on the run. Caught, juggled, regained, and scored. Oh, my goodness. We need some Calliope music on that. That was a bit of a circus catch by Kendall Williams.
Well, we talked a little bit about the chemistry between those two, and we saw it right away. Williams wasn't really ready for it, but Kolka says, I don't care. I'm putting it right on the money where only you can get it. Hit him in the numbers. He had no choice but to catch it. Looked so good he had to go after it twice and finds his second score of the night.
Now, the official score will not give him credit for 2 catches. So now here is their kicker, Kyle Kaplan, out of the hold of Josh Jones at the 10 down to our right, trying to increase their lead. It's now 15-9 pending the point after. High snap, but the ball put down and the kick right through, and Kaplan wound up on his tush. No doubt about it. So kick is good. 1:26 remaining in the first quarter, and it's a 16-9 lead for the Nashville Kats. One of my favorite songs, by the way, back in the 60s. There are 1,565 guitar pickers in Nashville. Probably a lot more now. And we welcome everybody at watch parties in Nashville. Let's watch this on the catch. Whoop, yep, yo. But he was able to hang on and take it all the way. Covering on the play there was Mo Strong for the Monsters.
And of course, it didn't really have any effect on the play since it ended up being a touchdown. But before that, the flag did fly for a free play there for the Cats. Kolka with the hard count got the Monsters a jump. So just something to keep an eye on as we get on later on in this game.
That's our first, and that's one thing that over the 4 road games had been a real bugaboo for the Monsters. Too many penalty markers. So now awaiting Kaplan's kick back deep for the Monsters is Phoenix Sproles. Sproles out of a small community in Minnesota, of which there are a lot of them. Here's the angle by Kaplan, and he just missed. And it goes through for a deuce. Well, there's 4 points of an 18-9 lead that are courtesy of Kyle Kaplan.
Wow, Kaplan making a strong case for MVP of the game so far. He's already accounted for 6 points as they're going to go up to 18. So that's just a third of their points so far, and 4 of them just off the kickoff alone.
So it'll be at the 5, 1st and 10 for the Monsters, their own 5-yard line. Well, certainly special teams have been big in this one here. Torrey Boyd, yep, there it is. And came down the other side of the bar. All right, 1st and 10 at their own 5. Javante Johnson has 2 wideouts far side. Now in motion, Sproles. Javante just about to get hit, throws, and it forced him to throw it wide into the stands, looking for Sproles, who was covered by Trey Meadows, a former Western Kentucky Hilltopper at defensive back.
Yeah, it was a pressure there for Johnson. Stepped up in the pocket. He had Sproles on the deep route one-on-one right where he wanted it, but the pressure is too much there by the Cats defensive line. That front three bringing a lot of pressure early on.
Well, they've got some serious size up there, like Peyton Mojo at 330. There's a penalty marker off the snap, and that's intercepted at the scorer's bench. Alexander with the interception. If it holds up, it is. Second down, offsides was Nashville's defense. Took away a pretty good pick by Omari Alexander. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. And it has been interesting, not just because of scoring, but how the scoring has been going. We'll head to the second quarter here at Amsoil Arena in Duluth, Minnesota, after we take a break.
He's already flying.
This is Arena Football 1.
Full speed at the snap.
The ball never dies.
Man, you can't defend that speed.
He's already at full speed before the snap.
Blink and you miss him.
You're not chasing him, you're surviving him.
He's gone just like that.
By the time you react, full speed, full chaos. He's gone. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Off the net.
This is Arena Football 1.
Look out.
The ball never dies.
The play never stops.
You better stay awake. Kick it, miss it.
This game doesn't stop.
Doesn't matter.
Anything can happen.
You think the play's over?
He's got a chance off the rebound.
It's not.
Chaos.
Off the net.
Here we go again.
Right back at you. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Clarksville don't whisper. Clarksville roars. Because in here,
The ball never dies.
Whatever your game is, pain shouldn't stop you. At Beacon Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we're here to help you move forward. From the sidelines to the operating room, from rehab to recovery, our team of experts provides the same world-class care trusted by the pros, so you can keep playing, working, and living without limits. Don't let pain hold you back. Schedule your appointment today at beaconortho.com.
Second down for the Monsters. We start the second quarter. A pass deflects off of Tyron Laughinghouse and into the hands of a Nashville defender. Looks like that was Ezra Thibodeau.
At Thibodeau, right place, right time, but it's all Derek Jones right there. You can see on the replay right here, he's in the grill of Laughinghouse. Pressure immediately knocks it free. In right place, right time for Thibodeau. The big man's got some soft hands.
So it'll be first and goal from the Monsters' 10-yard line. Just underway second quarter. Glad wherever you're watching, or the numbers on televised coverage for AF1 this year have been just absolutely outstanding. All right, Gandy wide far side, Honeycutt slot far side, wide to the near side, Stephen Peterson. Single running back, Maxwell. Peterson was the man in motion, throw to the end zone, wide of Peterson, or actually between he and Gandy. Covering on the play for the Monsters was Charles Reed.
Yeah, this is a big part in the game. I know it's early on, but the Monsters defense with a short field, got to bend, don't break. Ideally force 0, but if you can force 3 here, that'd be a major stand by your defense.
Well, and unfortunately for Johnson, he gets hit with his 8th interception, but not really his fault.
No, it's a tough window for him to make.
2nd and goal from the 10. A little looping pass, one-handed catch by Honeycutt, and a swarm of Monsters bring him down close to the goal line, probably at about the 1-yard line, a 9-yard catch for Honeycutt.
Yeah, you can tell these guys have done that a time or two. Honeycutt stuck his paw out there. Looked like they had honey on his fingers. That's so sticky on that grab right there. And a good grab right there, setting him 3rd and short for a 3rd and goal.
Indeed, from the 1-yard line. 3rd down and goal. It is an 18-9 lead for Nashville here at Amsoil Arena. Wide to the near side is Gandy. Slot near side, Peterson. He gets the handoff. He breaks through a tackle. Do they give him a touchdown? They do. He broke through a tackle inside the 1-yard line along the boards across the way and picks up a touchdown.
On the carry for Nashville, number 13, Stephen Peterson.
So on 3rd and goal, Peterson, who is, let's see, double check me here.
Touchdown, Kats.
It's now a 24-9 lead. And looking for the point after is Kaplan. Snap, ball down, kick right between the brackets. Can't say uprights. Right between the brackets. But that's a 7-point score. And with 12:20 remaining 2nd quarter, now they've opened up a 25-9 lead. Yep.
Yeah, I love the play caller there by Nashville. Get a man in motion, hand him the rock, getting him ahead of steam upfield. 1 block, just needed 1 yard, and it was enough for that plunge there for Peterson.
Robert Fuentes had him, could not hang on to him. Fuentes, defensive lineman at 6'5", 235 out of Central Oklahoma. So now we're looking at a 16-point lead for the Cats. And we've gone through about 2.5 minutes into the 2nd quarter in Duluth, Minnesota. We're always reminded of the sporting history in this building. The home, this was built in 2000. 3 national championships for Minnesota Duluth's men and 5 for their women. Now you know what they mean when they say, like in those Minnesota Wild games, it's the state of hockey.
Hopefully the Wild in the next couple of years can follow suit with those titles, but still looking for their first one.
They made it in there. They made it to the playoffs. And the kick, sailing and off the screen. Tracked down by Sproles, but he is hit in the end zone. Nailed by Stephen Peterson, who had scored that touchdown. It's a 1, making it now on the kickoff. Ironically, I was going over, watch it. There it bounces off. And boom, bow. He didn't know what was coming, Sproles. And so it's now a 26-9. And this will be the third time the Monsters start at their own 5-yard line. Javante scrambles out of the pocket, being chased, slides down as he was being chased by Ezra Thibodeau. Went to Texas A&M Kingsville. Can probably give you a good gumbo recipe.
Absolutely.
When your last name ends in EAUX. Watch here. You see he gets out of the pocket, but Thibodeau chasing him all the way. And they call it a loss of a yard, 2nd and 11 from their 4. There's the pitch to Brooks, and he had to battle through the tackle of Torrance Williams to get just a couple of yards to about the 7-yard line. Picked up 3.
Now the Monsters are in an offensive slump right now. So 3rd and pretty long, 3rd and about 8 coming up here, and you're backed up in your own territory. You'd like to get some points, or at least the chains moving here so you can get some points on the board. It's been a long time since that's happened.
Man in motion. That is, then there's a diving catch effort by Sproles. Could not come up with it. It was covered by Derek Jones. Incomplete, bringing up a 4th down. 4th down and 8 at their own 7-yard line. So, clock continues to run. The lead has up to the 26-9. Thompson wide to the near side, short side of the field. Man on the motion. To the far side, long pass, and the battle for it. They both go over at the Monsters' wall at about the 16-yard line, and it's ruled incomplete. Wow. They are both going for it, and that's one thing you see in this arena football. You know, it's not going to be like, well, I may run into the wall, I better back off. No.
Yeah, you got to credit Thompson here. He knows well where the boards are. Goes up and over, and then there's no telling where that ball ends up.
A little too much air under that pass, because you could see it allowed the defender to break on him very quickly. So now, that was 4th down, and here is Nashville. 1st and 10, 1st and goal at the Monsters' 7-yard line. In motion, Honeycutt. Carrying it wide to the far side, running back Desmond Maxwell, a former Western Kentucky Hilltopper. And they give him progress of 1 yard. 2nd and goal now from the 6. And the Monsters defense is being called upon here to make a big stop to keep this from becoming a wide gap on the scoreboard. Wide to the far side, Peterson. Wide to the near side, Gandy. Honeycutt in the slot. Peterson circles in motion to the near side. Kulka throws, airmails it by Peterson, and it's out of bounds. Well, does anybody airmail anything anymore? But, you know, that statement hasn't gotten out of sports. I'll keep that alive. 3rd and goal now at the 6. And with the ability of Kaplan, their kicker, you're hoping for a stop here, maybe just give up 3.
Yeah, you got it. The 2nd straight drive where they've started in plus territory, let alone inside the 10. So Monsters got to look to get a stop here.
Peterson wide, far side, short side. Honeycutt in motion, slot near side. Pass into the end zone, broke it up. It was in the hands of Gandy and broken up by a newly acquired defensive back, Keontae Shorter, out of Bemidji State, college-wise. So it's now 4th and goal at the 6. That's how you play defense in this game right there. and they're not going for the 3. Wide to the near side, Gandy. Slot near side, Stevenson. Also slot near side, Honeycutt. Golka, quick pass. Caught, Stevenson hits the boards at the 1. It's not a touchdown. He didn't make it in. He did not make it in. Contact with the boards at the 1, and the Monsters hold. Big stop for their defense. 7.5 minutes. Watch this here. 7.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Back with more after this timeout.
Here we go again. That's going to leave a mark.
This is Arena Football 1.
This is what AF1 is all about.
The ball never dies.
He flipped over the wall and hung on.
The wall is waiting.
This is Arena Football 1.
No sideline.
He got lit up by the wall.
That's going to leave a mark.
No way out.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
Because in here, the ball never dies.
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The scoreboard doesn't rest.
This is Arena Football 1.
New cities.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
New chaos.
This is why you tune in.
New rivalries.
Unbelievable. The scoreboard is on tilt.
This is what AF1 is all about.
Don't blink. Because in here, the ball never dies.
After a big defensive stop by the Monsters defense, the Monsters take it over at their own 1-yard line. Advantage in Arena Football, you only have 49 yards to go instead of 99 like the outdoors. There's a handoff. Brooks gets by the near boards, turns on the speed. 20, 15, 10, 5. No signal. Nope, he's down at the 2. All right, so he went 47 yards.
He's been the main catalyst for this offense all night long. When they need him most, gets a quick burst off the right edge. You're going to see right here on your screen. And Brooks does a rest off his feet. It was a foot race sent from there on out. Just barely got tracked down from behind and put into the boards just inside the 5. And the Monsters pick up momentum right when they need it.
Artis and Maxwell unable to catch up. And so they get on the board. 6.5 minutes to go. Clock still running during the point after. Wide to the far side, Laughing House. And got a different formation here. Now Whitlock. There's a handoff to Brooks and delay of game. I'm not sure what they were trying to put together on that one. Kind of brought me back to my street football days. You're the bottle cap. You're the rock.
Yeah, no dirt to draw up in right here on this
no, there
nice
isn't.
artificial turf. But
so it'll be 5 yards on the penalty, and it's now 1st and goal from the 7. Whitlock, the man in motion. Pass. Brooks didn't know it was coming. It went behind him. Brooks heading to the far side. Up ahead of him was big Travis Whitlock at 6'1", 270.
Yeah, maybe a little screen play set up there for Brooks, but I don't blame him. Not expecting this football. You're going to see it Whitlock go in motion. But there's going to be 2 defenders going where Brooks is at all times. There's going to be 1 right there, and then 2 you can see following it over is Thibodeau.
And we get timeout Minnesota, their first of 3 here in the first half, stopping the clock with 5 minutes and 20 seconds. It's a quick 30-second timeout, by the way. So we will keep it here. 26-9 for those listening on radio in the Twin Ports. And glad you're with us. And also glad all the folks with streaming video, wherever you are, including folks in Nashville. I know I'd say nice things about Nashville, even though I lived in Memphis 26 years. Just a little rivalry.
Oh, yeah.
I go all the way back. Baseball, AA baseball, the Nashville Sounds and the Memphis Chicks. And they just did not like each other. Chicks were Montreal's team, and the Sounds were the Yankees. Stump Merrill, the manager. All right, here we go now on 2nd and goal from the 7. Lobbing pass, caught over the boards. Touchdown, Monsters. Tyron Laughinghouse gets his 2nd touchdown of the year. And again, all this set up by the 47-yard run by Shannon Brooks.
Beautiful play call there by the Monsters. Laughinghouse and a great route. Johnson put it right on the money just for Laughinghouse to go up and get it for 6.
Aiden Johnson will kick out of Javante Johnson's hole. The snap, the kick, caroms off the far bracket. Yikes. So that's 2 missed extra points for the Monsters as they trail by 11, 4.5 minutes to go here in Duluth, Minnesota, right here on the shores of Lake Michigan. There goes a big freighter right past, right down the lake.
All right, Monster Fans, here at Nashville Arena, we're starting a tradition tonight that arenas and stadiums all across the country already know and love. It's time for our Wild Rose Monster
The AF1.com.
Over the boards he goes.
The moment it happens.
Touchdown, Oregon Lightning.
The hits, the highlights, the news that shakes the league. It's already here. This isn't yesterday's story. This is right now. The AF1.com is your inside line to everything Arena Football 1. The AF1.com. Don't hear about it later. This is Arena Football 1.
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The ball never dies.
This is what AF1 is all about.
You want soft?
Let's go!
Wrong building.
Hits like that only happen in Arena Football 1.
Walls.
There's no escape on this field.
Speed.
To the house.
Impact.
This is why you tune in.
This game doesn't slow down. It closes in. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Lateral G-force dampeners engaged.
0 to 60.
Burst propulsion activated. Aerobic capacity maximized.
Hydraulic extension vector enabled.
Threat detection engaged.
This monster is ready.
Minnesota Monsters. Get your tickets now.
Well, we're now have an 11-point game. By the way, one of the things that I did notice, the Monsters led the league in rushing average per game at 62.5 yards, and they've helped that average this evening. Johnson's kick off the net. Coming up with it is Honeycutt. He gets out, and he's out to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Breaks a tackle at the Monster 20. Finally brought down at the Monster 10-yard line by Charles Reed. Oh, baby. Looked like they had him there in prison, there in the end zone, but he broke through.
Yeah, Johnson did his part with a great booming kickoff off the netting there with one hop, and you could see Fuentes come flying in, then Honeycutt makes cuts left and right, and it was just left up to the kicker there, Johnson, just enough to slow him up for his friends to rally it off, but a big-time return. We seem dead to rights.
That was Alexander that provided the key block to spring the returner free. First and goal from the 10. Kulka lobbing it, throws it out of bounds, and caught by somebody from Proctor. That's what Ernie Harwell used to do with the Detroit Tigers. There's a foul ball caught by somebody from Hackensack, or some, you know.
Just down 50, or Highway 53.
Yep. There is a Hackensack in Minnesota, by the way.
Well, you know.
Over near Leech Lake. Back to throw, Kulka. Williams catches it. Put into the boards immediately, hard on the play by Delvin Randall.
And it's Delvin Randall. He had the big play in fourth down on the past series with a short down and distance to go here. Third and goal from the 5. It's been the third straight possession inside the 10 starting for the Cats.
Just that quick out to the near side to Williams. As they will snap it from the near side college hash mark, giving this side, the near side, shorter side of the field. Hulka throws, led his man beautifully, and the grab and a touchdown by Kendall Williams. Just absolutely led him right on the money.
Yeah, and you mentioned they played together in college. Williams has not one, not two, but 3. Goes for the hat trick here in Amsoil Arena early on here in the first half, let alone.
Of course, Lawrence is a technical university. I've wondered if they studied that in engineering, maybe. You never know. This being sold by a one-time engineering student himself. All right, here comes Kaplan for the kick. It's 32-15, a minute 51 to go first half. The kick is good. And so, 33-15, under 2 minutes to go as the second quarter is running out here at Amsoil Arena on the shores of Lake Superior.
He's already flying.
This is Arena Football 1.
Full speed at the snap.
The ball never dies.
Man, you can't defend that speed.
He's already at full speed before the snap.
Blink and you miss him.
You're not chasing him, you're surviving him.
He's gone just like that.
By the time you react, full speed, full chaos. He's gone. Because in here, the ball never dies. This is Arena Football 1.
Unbelievable!
The ball never dies.
This is Arena Football 1.
8 men.
Hey, you're going to remember that one.
Nowhere to run.
Only an AF1.
Hockey speed.
Another one.
Football violence.
Unbelievable!
Small field.
Welcome to the wall.
Big collisions.
This is what AF1 is all about.
Don't blink. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Clarksville wasn't built quiet, now built loud, built proud, built fire. Built on boots, hit ground, no tire. Built on hearts that don't back down, go higher. No permission, we don't ask that. Keep the door, yeah, we crash that. 48 inches wall, where you at? Running too wide, yeah, you need that. Yeah, no sidelines, ain't no safety. No soft land is gonna save me. You don't watch, nah, you feel me. Whole crowd standing, energy crazy. Show up early, stay late. Feel the ground shake, no breaks. Hear the sound, that's us, that's us, that's us.
Under 2 minutes now remaining here in the first half at Amsoil Arena as Nashville has opened up the lead to 33-15. The kick from, as we look down from our right to left, from Kaplan. Back deep is Randall. Randall off the net, fields it cleanly. Battles his way, breaks a tackle, spins away, 10 to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, into Cat territory, to the 18-yard line, where he was finally tackled by Derek Jones. A hotty-toddy to Derek Jones, the former Rebel. They spotted at the 19 on a great return, a great catch.
Yeah, and you could see the coaching staff made the adjustment. They had Carlos Thompson in the back multiple times, and they got burned on that. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. They're going to put back their big-time playmaker in Delvin Randall, and he did that certainly. Broke tackles, followed his blockers up the field, and set their defense or their offense up with the best field position all night long.
He had to break tackle really after tackle. He returned to 31 yards. And it's 1st and 10, Duluth at the 24-yard line. A handoff, a fumble, and it's recovered by the Cats at their own 20. Second turnover for the Monsters. Yikes. And we have just hit the 1-minute mark. Yep, a minute to go, and mistake by the Monsters, and the Cats looking to capitalize here at Amsoil Arena. Glad you're watching.
He's already flying.
This is Arena Football 1.
Full speed at the snap.
The ball never dies.
Man, you can't defend that speed.
He's already at full speed before the snap.
Blink and you miss him.
You're not chasing him, you're surviving him.
He's gone just like that.
By the time you react, full speed, full chaos. He's gone. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The scoreboard doesn't rest.
This is Arena Football 1.
New cities.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
New chaos.
This is why you tune in.
New rivalries.
Unbelievable. The scoreboard is on tilt.
This is what AF1 is all about.
Don't blink. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Clarksville, don't whisper. Clarksville roars. Because in here,
The ball never dies.
already flying.
This is Arena Football 1.
Full speed at the snap.
The ball
alongside Jenner Graff, Tom Stalker with you. Just under a minute remaining in this second quarter, and the rules change a little bit. The clock does stop on incomplete passes. There is Honeycutt. He is brought down from behind by Delvin Randall. Honeycutt in danger of breaking that tackle as he makes a reception of 5 yards to the midfield of the 25. Second down and 5. Clock still running. 37 seconds remaining. Pass to Honeycutt. Breaks a tackle and fights for the first down inside the 20-yard line. They will stop the clock. And Nashville just took out their first timeout of the ball game to stop the clock. And they pick up a fresh set of downs. First down, and that'll be at the 18-yard line of the Monsters, whose mistakes have proven to be costly.
Yep, 2 turnovers early on. Special teams has been a factor as well. Multiple points given up on the kickoffs. But yeah, right now the Cats are just taking what the defense is giving them. On this series alone, you see back-to-back checkdowns to Honeycutt, and he's made cuts and plays. He pick up the first down just on his legs alone. That yard after catch has been major for the Cats.
Well, one thing Kolka has maintained, he always seemed to have a preference for the quick pass. He has tremendous release on it. He has not yet, knock on our counter, that to go deep. Has not looked for that. It's all been shorter patterns. Williams wide to the near side, in motion, slot near side is Gandy. Short side of the field, far side. They've got Peterson there. There goes the man in motion. Kolka throws, caught at the 5, right against the boards. Randall puts him into the boards for the tackle for the catch by Jordan Gandy. And again, not a lot. He's not wasting a lot of time back in the pocket. He knows exactly where he wants to go, and he fires it quick.
Yep, that was about the deepest pattern we've seen them run all night long. And just about 12 yards down on the field.
12-yard reset. Ball is at the Monster 6. First and goal. Gandy splits wide to the far side. Williams slot. Peterson circles in motion, and penalty markers fly to stop. It will be a 5-yard penalty against the Cats. So it'll go back to the 11-yard line. And it'll be first and goal from there. 23.2 seconds remaining. And they mark it just inside the college hash mark on the near side. The hash marks you see down the middle, those are the NFL. The shorter half marks, just right every 5 yards, are the college hash marks. There goes Honeycutt in motion. Incomplete, looking for Kendall Williams, covered on the play by Robert Fuentes. Incomplete, and that should stop the clock with 18 seconds remaining.
There's pressure off the left edge there, right edge for the quarterback. It was Shy Hill, hands in the face, but Hill powered through that and forced that pass just over the head of the intended receiver there.
Shy Hill, one of those players from Duluth who faced Hulka a year ago. From the near side hash mark, Hulka pumps, trying to lob one out of play. Looking for Honeycutt, covered very closely on the play by Jones. And now Hulka he's hot about something. There's a penalty marker thrown right there as Shy Hill, slow to get up along the near boards. The trainer has come out. There is Hill, who also ran into his own man there.
Yeah, Hill tried holding up. You can see Armonte Carey came in flying in. Didn't take well that Chai Hill was down on the ground with his quarterback with Kolka, but looked like Hill's trying to get up, but we can't see because of the boards. Maybe he pushed off on him and trying to get up, but that incompletion is going to cost him a lot with that penalty tacked on.
10-yard penalty. It'll be 3rd and goal. And that will be, they've got the monster. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm not sure. It's 3rd and goal from the 21-yard line. Okay, that's it. There's a pass catch made along the near boards at the 5 by Malik Honeycutt, who has been very busy in this first half.
Yes.
Just 7.4 seconds remaining in the first half.
We've seen a lot of Honeycutt and a lot of Williams. It seems like Honeycutt's been doing all the dirty work to get down the field, and then Williams usually caps it off. He's got 3 scores on the night. Honeycutt will come off. Looks like they're going to.
Yeah, they are. They're going to attempt a field goal at least. And the way that Kaplan's been, he's pretty accurate. They will snap it from the near side NFL hash mark. He will kick it from the 14-yard line, a 22-yard kick. Ball is down. Kick is good. So 3 points on the board. And Nashville now with a 36-15 lead. Again, about a 24-yard field goal. You add on the 8 yards, the depth of the end zone, and the first half remains with just 4.6 seconds remaining. And I'd say right now, if you had to give your MVPs, Honeycutt and Kaplan.
Yeah, absolutely. Could sprinkle in Kendall Williams as well. And then, of course, Tyler Kolka has been the true quarterback for this team, leading this offense. They've scored every time the offense has touched the football outside of one turnover on downs at the 1-yard line.
2 games ago at home against Oregon. Back 2 games ago against Oregon, 6 Cat receivers caught passes and 5 scored a touchdown. Last game out against Oceanside, it was a battle between Kolka and Oceanside's Johnson. Kolka threw for 313 yards, Johnson 312 yards in that game. That was a battle out there at Oceanfront Arena, the home of the Bombers. Here comes the kick from Kaplan. Misses the scoreboard, and he got another deuce. He got another deuce. The Monsters get it at their own 5, and they now trail 38-15. They are down by 23. There it is. Let's see, where did Kaplan got him for Notre Dame College. I don't believe it's the famous one in South Bend. 6'2", 205, and he has been tough. All right, Monsters looking for a big, big play with 4.6 seconds to go. Javante in the end zone, rolls side, and the clock runs out there between Laughing House and also with Derek Jones. Jones wanted a penalty marker down, but that is the end of the first half. Well, I'll tell you what, mistakes by the Monsters and special teams, along with one of the top receivers and passers in the league with Honeycutt and Kulka.
Yeah, we knew it was a high-powered offense coming in. It's a high-powered defense, and so far the offense has taken the lead so far. As you can see, the Cats are sitting on a comfortable 23-point lead. A lot of football to play here coming up in the second half, but right now Nashville is in cruise control here in Duluth.
And Nashville gets it to start the third quarter. All right, halftime coming your way here from Duluth with the Cats leading the Monsters. Halftime just ahead.
Off the net.
This is Arena Football 1.
Look out.
The ball never dies.
The play never stops.
You better stay awake. Kick it, miss it.
This game doesn't stop.
Doesn't matter.
Anything can happen.
You think the play's over?
He's got a chance off the rebound.
It's not.
Chaos.
Off the net.
Here we go again.
Right back at you. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Whatever your game is, pain shouldn't stop you. At Beacon Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we're here to help you move forward. From the sidelines to the operating room, from rehab to recovery, our team of experts provides the same world-class care trusted by the pros, so you can keep playing, working, and living without limits. Don't let pain hold you back. Schedule your appointment today at beaconortho.com.
Welcome to the AF1 Season Pass. We are so excited right now to be joined by one of the owners of a day one franchise in the AF1, Miguel Morga of the Washington Wolfpack. Miguel, day one. I mean, I met you at the inaugural meetings. How have you seen the growth of AF1? Is there anything you'd like to see grow faster? Give us your report card on the league.
Well, I mean, the AF1 has been a phenomenal league to be part of. We've, as you said, we're a day one franchise, similar to a few of the other franchises. So we have been building this from the ground up, and we've seen growth in a number of different categories, particularly when it comes to eyeballs on the product through social media, seeing the the trajectory grow as far as interest, the images that are coming out, the production quality that we've seen going from year one to now this year. It's exciting to be part of the league. I mean, if we're looking for, where are those opportunities? Obviously, we have to develop stronger strategies around, converting eyeballs into tickets, fans in the games, and partnering with larger organizations as far as broadcast partners, advertising partners. There are definitely areas where we can continue that growth, but what's reassuring is there's a committed group of core people, including our organization, who are, dedicated to seeing this grow and seeing this continue to not just be successful, be more successful.
Miguel with us right now, and the Wolfpack coming off some of the best games that I've seen you guys play so far, going against your rival, Oregon, putting out a massive 79-19 win. What does that mean for the Pack, your fan base?
Well, it's added a level of energy that's been hard to sustain over our first 2 years of existence. And the unfortunate thing to describe is we've usually been on the other side of those large scoring, disparate games. So to turn things around in really a relatively short time period, I mean, we knew going into the season that we were building something special, that we were in a position to be much more successful on the field than we were in our first 2 years, and things really clicked in our third game when we played Albany. Pushed them to the limit. I believe we were at the 7-yard line with an opportunity to tie and force overtime. That really created that spark that led to our travel game in Beaumont when we won on the last play of the game, which was really exciting. That created a level of energy, and then seeing that momentum carry over into Oregon. And Oregon's not a bad football team. In fact, they beat us week 1 in our home opener. So to be able to turn things around that quickly, go down to their house and put the type of production that we did, fans are energized. Our ownership group is energized. Players are energized. Seeing that carry over, I think we're in a position to make a strong run in this middle third of the season. Trying to figure out the math. Maybe it's a little early for mathing, but we're in the middle third of the season, and we're putting together that run.
All right, so a lot of people may or may not know this. Miguel Morga is not just an owner of a football team. You're a businessman, and you're a wrestler. What are the chances, I believe, July 3rd, you guys play the Nashville Kats? What's the chances that we see Double M versus Double J, Jeff Jarrett?
I know where I'll be on July 3rd. You might have to ask Double J where he's going to be. I know, Double J down in Nashville, another great organization. Love to work with them whenever possible. And were amazing hosts for us when we played there. And I hope we can turn that around. I'm actually working on a custom Washington Wolfpack guitar that I'd like to give to Mr. Jarrett. Welcome him to the league, one professional wrestler to the other, albeit his career much longer and much more successful than my career in professional wrestling.
So far.
All
right. Appreciate your time, Miguel Morga of the Washington Wolfpack. I hope you guys have a great rest of the season. Always great talking to you. Make sure everybody goes to theaf1.com because remember, at Arena Football 1, the ball never dies.
Thank you.
Off the net.
It starts in a quiet, empty building. And the lights come on. Suddenly, you're not watching the game. You're inside it. Every step, every hit, you can feel it building, faster, louder, until there's no space left and no holding it back. This is Arena Football 1. Watch on Home Team Network.
Whatever your game is, pain shouldn't stop you. At Beacon Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we're here to help you move forward. From the sidelines to the operating room, from rehab to recovery, our team of experts provides the same world-class care trusted by the pros. so you can keep playing, working, and living without limits. Don't let pain hold you back. Schedule your appointment today at beaconortho.com.
It's comforting to know you've made the right decision. One that sets you up for today and throughout tomorrow. One that allows you to appreciate the joys of life. The decision to bank with a financial cooperative.
Here we go again. That's going to leave a mark.
This is Arena Football 1.
This is what AF1 is all about.
The ball never dies.
He flipped over the wall and hung on.
The wall is waiting.
This is Arena Football 1.
No sideline.
He got lit up by the wall.
That's going to leave a mark.
No way out.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
Because in here, the ball never dies.
This is not just football. This is speed, intensity, and non-stop action. Welcome to Arena Football 1, where the field is smaller, but the hits are harder, the plays are faster, and every second counts. High-scoring battles, electric atmospheres, and athletes pushing the limit on every snap. No breaks, no mercy. Just football at full throttle. This is where legends ride, and the game never slows down. Arena Football. One fast, fierce, unforgettable. Watch on Home Team Network.
You can feel it in the ground. The wait is over.
Game time, bet I'm coming in clutch. No hang time, and they can't keep up. The game's on the line, seconds on the time. Who can't fight? It's gotta be us. They say what doesn't kill you make you stronger. All that pain, it done made me to a monster.
Tickets available now.
Welcome back from halftime. Great conversation. Jeff Levesque with the majority owner of the Washington Wolfpack, Miguel Morgan. Of course, I will actually tell you folks, when you say the word Wolfpack up here in northwest or northeast Minnesota, you could be talking about something else, like real Wolfpacks up here.
A whole nother meaning up here. Yeah, it's the Minnesota Monsters, but you see a lot of creatures out here in the wilderness up in northern Minnesota.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But I've also been in middle Wisconsin, too. I'm in middle of Tennessee as well. I have. But I tell you what, that facility that the Nashville Predators had built for them there in Clarksville is just outstanding. Yeah, next home game here at Amsoil will be a week from tomorrow. I keep feeling like today's a Saturday, and I know it's not. But 5 o'clock, and you'll see that right here on HTN, along with YouTube, and also on the webpage, AF1.com. Don't forget the "the." If you just put in AF1, you go to someplace completely different. So you can find out all the information. You can find out stats. you can find out every team's schedule. You can find statistical leaders for the entire league. And it has been a great start for AF1 this year. The numbers have been wonderful. And here we go now as the kick coming up from Johnson. And again, the kick just missed. Goes off, dropped there by Honeycutt. Angles to the middle of the field. Tripped up, still kept his balance for a little bit. tripped up there by Sproles, and then eventually tackled on the play by Marcus Sessoms. So kept it from being a huge return. It's up to the 9-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. For those on radio, we watch Nashville in their white uniforms and black helmets, going from our left to our right. Wide out near side, Honeycutt. Wide out far side, and a slot man far side. There is a block of the pass. It's only the second time that the defensive line has been able to get a block there on Kulka, but you take everyone you can get if you're the Monsters.
Yeah, it's going to be on that right edge. Claude Davis gets his right pop, and that's exactly how the game started for the Nashville Kats in the first half. That drive eventually was only 3 plays long, and just 2 plays later, they found 6 points. So Minnesota Monsters are going to look to get a different results here to open up this second half.
Far side of the field, the wide field, Gandy. Now in motion goes Williams to Kulka, throws it away, and we've got a penalty thrown back at the line of scrimmage, and that may be holding on the Cats. Not a ton of penalties so far for either team in this game. But Tyler Downs has indicated. Turn on the mic, Tyler.
Half the distance to the goal. 2nd down.
Stephen Saby, former UCLA Bruin, but then went to Pine Community College, Southeast Oklahoma State. So the ball is back at the 4-yard line, where it is 2nd down and 15. Two wideouts far side, one near side pass, right on the money to Gandy as he runs a quick pattern and is put into the wall at the 20-yard line. And there is Delvin Randall again.
Yeah, that one was right on the money, but we got some more laundry on the field. This flag in the end zone.
Aha.
They're going to move the chains, it appears.
That's not good. Roughing the passer, not good. The passer, not the passer. Roughing the passer would be really bad.
Yeah, I love my passer, I know that.
You know, that would really be bad. Roughing the passer. We'll watch on the follow through here.
That was Chai Hill.
Chai Hill trying to block him away was Maxwell, but it's all the way to the Monster 20-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 20. First possession for the Cats here in the second half. Short side of the field, far side, giving him 3 wideouts near side. Pass behind. Well, that's one of the first times that a ball near one of their receivers has not been caught. Went behind Gandy, incomplete.
Yeah, it was the interior pressure right there by the Monsters. They kind of forced that pass a little bit behind there for Kulka, and they're getting hits on him here early on in the second half. That's what they're missing out on in the first half. You're going to see here on the replay.
Well, if Kulka would refresh his memory, he says, okay, I know I'm in Duluth now. 2nd down and 10. Kulka broken up at the last moment on a sensational diving play intended for Gandy, and down and hurt on the play is the defender, Reed. While they tend to the injured Monster, we'll take a timeout. Third quarter action coming your way from Duluth. First ever home game for the Monsters. Back after this.
You want soft?
Over the boards he goes.
Wrong building.
And it's a touchdown.
This is Arena Football 1. Walls, speed, impact. This game doesn't slow down. It closes in. 8 men, nowhere to run. Hockey speed, football violence. Don't blink, because in here, the ball never dies. Watch Arena Football 1 live all weekend long. This is Arena Football 1.
Unbelievable!
The ball never dies.
This is Arena Football 1.
8 men.
Hey, you're going to remember that one.
Nowhere to run.
Only an AF1.
Hockey speed.
Another one.
Football violence.
Unbelievable.
Small field.
Welcome to the wall.
Big collisions.
This is what AF1 is all about.
Don't blink. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Forged in the fire, now we hit the field. Every rep taught us never to yield. Pass crack loud, yeah, we set the tone. Built for the fight, this is our home. Hit that wall, then we spring. Turn one move into everything. Minnesota Monsters, hear that name. We bring the fight, we bring the flame. Off the wall, now we rise and call. Make big plays when we risk it all. No fear, no delay. Put on a show, we're ready to die.
Tickets available now.
Not a good sign for the Monsters. That defender, Charles Reed, as we look at it again, had to be helped off the field after a tremendous diving breakup of a pass, but he was banged up bad. Quick pass, hit immediately after the catch, Desmond Maxwell, and that was Robert Fuentes, who said hello and how you doing?
And goodbye, he did as well. Lowering the boom right there, perfect play defensively. Looked like it's a screen pass set up. Let the guys through, but Fuentes right on the money. They're gonna say it was incomplete, did not make any sort of football move with that ball there as we got another player injured down on the field.
So it'll be 4th and 10, and Peyton Mojo, an offensive lineman, and he is needing some help. He cannot put weight on his right foot, right ankle, as see him on the right, the other right, Tom, left side of the screen, being helped there by Honeycutt. And so both teams minus a player on that play. One in the end zone, the other at the line of scrimmage. It brings up a 4th and 10 for the Cats at the 20-yard line. And they take him to the bench, or they taking him to the locker room? All right, Honeycutt, wide to the far side, the short side. Gandy and Williams. Now Honeycutt goes in motion around to the near side. Elka right to Honeycutt, right to him. He turned, and the ball was right there inside the 10-yard line, and it is 1st and goal.
Yeah, right when you need it there for a defense. You have an offensive lineman out, look to bring pressure there. And yeah, Honeycutt runs a great route. As soon as he turns, as you mentioned, Tom, right on the money from Tyler Kolka.
And it had a whole bunch behind that throw, too. 1st and goal at the Monster 7-yard line. That was a 13-yard reception. 3 wideouts near his side. It was a screen pass essentially for Kendall Williams. The other 2 wideouts were setting that screen on the near side, and he gets it down to the 2, picks up 5.
It's been a whole lot of that so far tonight, and it's paid dividends. As you can see, they got that nice commanding 22-point lead.
38-16 for those listening on radio. Hand off to the fullback. He's hit at the line, but he twists inside. And they say no. He's inches shy on the handoff to Desmond Maxwell. And it was Fuentes that twisted him and kept him from getting in. Number 0 for the Monsters. 3rd and goal, and you need a ruler, about an inch or two. Call it 3rd and goal officially from the 1. Honeycutt around, giving him 3 wideouts. Penalty marker throws on the snap, and Cokla's up going, hey, why was I hit? And
offside. Defense, number 99,
offsides.
number 95. After the assist of the goal, 3rd down.
And it doesn't. One thing was that you can't count an inch on how many yards you've been penalized, and that's pretty much what that was. Penalty called on Shakai Holines. 3rd and goal, and a dirty football away from the goal line. The handoff, touchdown. Desmond Maxwell found the hole there just off of the center. I guess that would be the A slot even in arena football. And so the touchdown for Maxwell. With 9 minutes plus to go, makes it 44-15. And here is Kyle Kaplan. And he wants to kick it right between the NFL hash marks. Again, that bar is just 9 feet wide. The brackets are 30 feet. The hold here by Jones. Ball down, kick up, and it's good. So Maxwell, 1-yard touchdown, and the kick, and the lead now goes to a 30-point lead at 45-15. Just exactly what the Cats wanted to do by waiting and getting the ball to start the quarter. Unofficially, that drive 3, 6, 9, unofficially 10 plays on that drive, starting at their own 9.
10 plays and over 6 minutes burned off the clock there. One of the longer drives we've seen all season right there for the Cats, and they just punished him. But the big play in my mind was a 4th down and 10.
Yep.
After the big Mulho went out for the Cats, and they just completed it right on the money. They hit it to one of their best receivers in Honeycutt, and it was just all chalkwork from there on out.
Honeycutt, a 13-yard reception. Also remember the roughing the passer penalty against the Monsters on 2nd and 15 back at the Cats' 4-yard line. So now, let's see, can you defend the deuce? That normally is probably not a defensive strategy, but the way that Kaplan has kicked tonight, it needs to be. Kaplan sets it up near side, not quite to where the college hash marks are. 8:40 to go, 3rd quarter. Back deep for the Monsters, Phoenix Sproles. He missed the scoreboard. He doesn't get a deuce. Sproles in the end zone to the near side, up to the 5 to the 6-yard line. Well, they avoided the deuce, and they avoided the 1.
Yeah, it's been just a few times that has happened here for the Monsters. Sproles, I think, might be his first time getting out of the end zone. So a good sign there for the Monsters. As they don't start on their 5, they'll start on the 7.
8.5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. 45-15 in favor of the Cats, who have shown exactly why they are a definite factor to be dealt with in AF1 this year. And they probably figure unfinished business from last year. There is a nice run. Brooks, good cut back from the 7 out to the 11-yard line. He picks up 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. But as we talked about in the pre-game, this is a meaningful game for Nashville, keeping pace probably with Albany. And also, there is a lateral that goes to the near side. It's picked up by Artis, and he takes it in for the touchdown. Another
rolling on the field is a backwards pass recovered by the defense for a touchdown.
There is really no such thing as a lateral. It always is a backwards pass. It was a veteran official that told me that, and obviously it's stuck in my head. One of the few things it does sometimes.
Yeah, and that was just a bullet right there from Johnson trying to get it over to Carlos Thompson. In a play like that, there's no need to just fire it over. You just got to make sure your guy has it. And then it was just chalkwork right there. Jaquan Artis got to the football and was just kind of waltzed right into the end zone.
The way it's gone tonight, Kukla might be among the league leaders in points scored when this one is through this evening. Jones will hold. The snap, the ball down, the kick is good. So, 6.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. It certainly has not been the kind of the night that the Monsters wanted for their home debut, but I didn't know what else to say.
Yeah! You feel that? You feel that? This that AF1. You feel that? What? For the city, run. Rep your colors, side by side. When the lights come on, we go high. AF1, the ball never dies.
This is Arena Football 1.
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The ball never dies.
This is what AF1 is all about.
You want soft?
Let's go!
Wrong building.
Hits like that only happen in Arena Football 1.
Walls.
There's no escape on this field.
Speed.
To the house.
Impact.
This is why you tune in.
This game doesn't slow down. It closes in. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Forged in the fire, now we hit the field. Every rep taught us never to yield. Pass crack loud, yeah, we set the tone. Built for the fight, this is our home. Hit that wall, then we spring. Turn one move into everything. Minnesota Monsters, hear that name. We bring the fight, we bring the flame. Off the wall, now we rise and call. Make big plays when we risk it all. No fear, no delay. Put on a show, we're ready to die.
Tickets available now.
.6:39 remaining, third quarter here in Duluth, Minnesota. And if it could go wrong for the Monsters, it has. If it could go right for the Cats, it certainly has. They say the ball never dies, but I tell you what, between Kulka and along with Honeycutt and others and the foot of Kaplan, the ball has not died. So a kick coming up. Back deep to receive is Phoenix Sproles down to our right. As the kicker, Kyle Kaplan, tees it up. Measures his approach. And here is the kick. Low line drive. And it hit the wall, and it goes, I believe, out of bounds. Hits the wall inside. It didn't
Rolling
make
on
it.
the field as the ball hit the sidewall.
Turns out Kyle Kaplan is human
20-yard
after
line.
all.
First and 10, Minnesota.
Robotic leg. Finally, he's had a lot of action on that right foot. Finally gave out there.
He may need some ice on that one tonight on the right foot, but he kind of yanked it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
right-footed kicker kind of pulled it, so the ball is out to the 20-yard line, and it's 1st and 10 Monsters. Laughing House wide to the far side, in motion, giving them 3 is Sproles, and a pass to Mo Strong. Is it fumbled?
No,
and they say it's a fumble and recovered by Nashville. Omari Alexander.
Rolling on the field is a completed catch.
Well,
and a fumble
that'll get challenged.
recovered by Nashville. First down.
Be a challenge.
We saw one earlier in the game that was similar to that. It was knocked free by Fuentes on the Monsters end, though. But
again, he was in the grasp. Johnson was.
There's no possession there for.
I don't think he had it.
Mo Strong.
But one of the linesmen did call it a fumble, and the challenge flag is out. So they will check it. It will be.
Minnesota is challenging the previous play of a completed catch with a fumble.
So Tyler Downs, that's our referee tonight, will come over, and they will watch the replay. So they give it a good look. Each coach gets 2 challenges. If you are successful, you get another one. You keep 2. I think that was broken up by Alexander. I think he reached around.
I mean, it didn't help his case that he's fighting back for the football, but I don't think it didn't survive the ground by any means. He didn't make any football moves, never tucked it away. Here's their call here.
After review, the receiver did not control the pass. Therefore, we have an incomplete pass and a successful challenge for Minnesota.
Review on the
they will retain their timeout. Second down.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Monsters at their own 20-yard line. Mo Strong re-signing with this Duluth team. Very popular player the last couple of years here. And so the Monsters keep their 2 challenges.
I think Javonte Johnson got shooken up on that last play there.
Yes, it looks like backup quarterback Tyreek Starks. And he reads the option to the 20, to the 15. Knocked down at the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. Knocked down by Alexander. He did that the very first play when he came out the last time. And I'm trying to remember whether it was in Oceanside or it was at Michigan. Great read option and a big run down to the 7-yard line. There's the handoff, running play now also. And that's, of course, Shannon Brooks, the former Gopher. 1st and goal. 28 yards on that run, by the way, by Starks.
It's been the ground game tonight for the Monsters. Now not paying attention, Starks.
Wow. Falling on it on a fumbled ball back out at about the 12-yard line. Falling on it was Brooks. Watch it. Get a good look on the. Uh-oh.
Well, that's the thing that's kind of the thing you gamble with having a backup quarterback in. Of course, you'd love to have the starter in, but I don't know. We don't know what the play clock was at, but certainly a miscommunication.
Brooks actually will lose 4 yards rushing on it as well. 2nd and goal now from the 11. Strong in motion, slot near side, throw over everybody's head, over Strong's head, and also over the head of the defender, Derek Jones. So it'll be 3rd and goal for the Monsters at the 4th down. Check that. Fourth and goal at the 11. 3:55 to go, 3rd quarter. Strong wide to the near side, 2 wide to the far side. A fumble, looks like a bad snap, recovered by Roderick Perry. And that's another turnover. Wow. Yeah, it's come in bunches tonight for the Monsters. So the Cats will take it over with a healthy 52-15 lead. Back with more late here in the 3rd quarter after this break.
Yeah! You feel that? You feel it! It's the AF1! You feel it! What? Run for the city! Run! Rep your colors! Side by side! When the lights come on, we go high! AF1! The ball never dies!
This is Arena Football 1.
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The ball never dies.
This is what AF1 is all about.
You want soft?
Let's go!
Wrong building.
Hits like that only happen in Arena Football 1.
Walls.
There's no escape on this field.
Speed.
To the house.
Impact.
This is why you tune in.
This game doesn't slow down. It closes in. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Force in the fire, now we hit the field. Every rep taught us never to yield. Pass crack loud, yeah, we set the tone. Built for the fight, this is our home. Hit that wall, then we spring. Turn one move into everything. Minnesota Monsters, hear that name. We bring the fight, we bring the flame. Off the wall, now we rise and call. Make big plays when we risk it all. No fear, no delay. Put on a show, we're ready to die.
Tickets available now.
After a monster turnover, the Cats get it 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line with a huge lead of 52-15. Kulka nearly picked off by Keontae Shorter. In fact, he had the better shot at it.
Yeah, it was one of those. It's kind of like a wide open layup in basketball. You don't think you're that open, and all of a sudden you just botch it. Expected some contact there from the receiver, a little give back, but yeah, just right into the hands there.
And the numbers.
Maybe if he didn't jump, it would have came down with that one.
2nd and 10 at the 17, their own 17 for the Cats. Quick pass near side, a little behind Williams. He is hit and coughs up the football. Thompson
ruling on the field is an incomplete pass.
Jarred the ball free from Kendall Williams. Ruled an incomplete pass. It's 3rd down.
For the Monsters, you maybe debate challenging it. You got nothing to lose and everything to gain so far, but 3rd and 10 coming up nonetheless.
3rd down, 2.5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Honeycutt in motion all the way to the near side. Pass heading to him. He had it. getting a hand on it there was shorter, but he still held on. But a penalty marker is down at the line of scrimmage.
Holding, offense, number 65. 10-yard penalty, third down.
So a hold will bring up a 3rd and 20 at about the 17-yard line.
Well, if you're the Monsters, if you're going to go, you got to go now. It's been a long time coming. Since 3:35 to go in the first quarter, they've been outscored 43-6.
2 wideouts near side, 1 to the far side, the shorter side of the field. Back to throw, Kolka, wide open, Peterson, leaps, catches it, put into the wood by Thompson at the 21-yard line. That's a pickup of 14, bringing up 4th down and 6.
That's been their game all night long. It's just taking what the defense gives them. At some point, the Monsters are going to have to come up and put some pressure on these receivers rather than just giving them a free 15 yards down the field.
Stephen Peterson played at Coastal Carolina. Mercer, and according to the University of Georgia, spent some time there. Kolka throwing on his heels, overthrows Honeycutt, and that may be roughing the passer.
I was signaling roughing the passer. It looks like our judge just said holding.
Holding.
It is holding.
Offense, number 33. That penalty is declined. Turnover on downs.
Declined.
First down, Minnesota.
And it'll be down on ball over on downs.
Yeah, you can see a handful of jersey right there by the center, Derek Ziegler.
Holines pleading his case. The ball is at the 22 of the Cats. First down and 10. Cats going from right to left. Back to throw. Starks, penalty marker is thrown way downfield in the general direction of Laughing House and Jones, who was defending.
While the quarterback was still in the pocket, illegal contact, defense number 6. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Automatic first down. Another penalty to Nashville. Those are starting to mount up a little bit, but not really where that needs to be in terms of the Monsters in the scoring column. Ball is down to the 17, and it's 1st and 10. At the Cats 17, just 40 seconds left in this third quarter. In motion goes Sproles. Pass for Sproles, just overled him in the near corner. The near turn of the boards, covered on the play by Jaquez Woods III, who played kind of in my old neck of the woods, Tennessee Martin, Western Tennessee.
Yeah, you're going to see in the replay right here is a great route by Sproles. Fakes the post pattern, heads towards the corner, and just overshot him there with Starks.
2nd and 10 at the Cats 17. Stark, quick out far side. Catch at the 14. Stopped on the play by Jones.
That is the end
catch made
of
by
the third quarter.
And that's the end of 3 quarters. 1 more to go here at Amsoil Arena on the shores of Lake Superior, or some call it Gitchigumi. Back after this.
The AF1.com.
Over the boards he goes.
The moment it happens.
Touchdown, Oregon Lightning.
The hits, the highlights, the news that shakes the league. It's already here. This isn't yesterday's story. This is right now. The AF1.com is your inside line to everything Arena Football 1. The AF1.com. Don't hear about it later.
He's already flying.
This is Arena Football 1.
Full speed at the snap.
The ball never dies.
Man, you can't defend that speed.
He's already at full speed before the snap.
Blink and you miss him.
You're not chasing him, you're surviving him.
He's gone just like that.
By the time you react, full speed, full chaos. He's gone. Because in here, the ball never dies.
It starts in a quiet, empty building. And the lights come on. Suddenly, you're not watching the game. You're inside it. Every step, every hit, you can feel it building, faster, louder, until there's no space left and no holding it back. This is Arena Football 1. Watch on Home Team Network.
We're heading into the fourth quarter, and a reminder, the Vice Game of the Week for AF1 tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Beaumont at Washington, in Everett, Washington. The Beaumont Renegades and the Washington Wolfpack. I think our good friend, former Alabama voice, Eli Gold, will be, of course, doing that game on play-by-play. So here we go. The ball is at the Cats' 15-yard line. It is third down and about 8 to go. Ball at the 15. Quarterback Tyreek Starks circling in motion around far side Laughing House. Starks steps up in the pocket, throws. It's deflected for it. It got into the direction of Mo Strong. About good 5 yards up ahead, Derek Maxwell Jr. out of Emporia State with the breakup.
Yeah, there's pressure in the backfield as well as Starks went to throw that one. If he maybe would have went down with the football, could have been a potential horse collar, but can't blame the quarterback for trying to make a play there on 3rd and long.
So here it is, 4th down from the Cats 15, 4th down, 8 yards to go to keep the drive going. In motion, Sproles. Stark keeps it, rolls, and he gets a first down. Despite contact from Thibodeau, he kind of spun off of him and dove down to the 6. Yeah, they're calling it the 6-yard line. Pickup of 9, he needed 8.
It's where they've had a lot of success, and pretty much all of their success has been on the ground so far tonight. And Tyreek Starks gets another one there.
From the 6-yard line, running play for the Monsters did not gain much at all. That was Shannon Brooks. And he picked up a yard. 2nd and goal now from the 5. All this, 13 minutes still remaining here in the 4th quarter. Nashville with the commanding lead. In motion, will be Laughing House, giving them 2 wides to the near side, 1 far side to the short side. Starks throws into the end zone, wide open, leaping catch, touchdown, Tyron Laughing House. That's his 2nd touchdown tonight. And just a bit of some good mojo for the Monsters.
Yeah, it was a great route there by Laughing House. Jaquez Woods, the 3rd, lost his footing there, ankle-breaking route. Now Monsters trying to get 2 more on the board.
Sproles, far side, giving him 3 there. Starks ducks away, stays on his feet, tries to dive for the goal line, but he is brought down at the 2-yard line by Torrance Williams. 2-point no good. Monsters, I don't think, have had an extra point after.
No, 0 for 3 so far.
12:22 to go in the 4th quarter as it trims the lead a bit, but time is on Nashville's side, as Mick and the boys would sing. Time is on their side. Again, the Monsters hosting Kentucky. Boy, there's a team that has really blossomed into this year. Let's watch that touchdown and see wide open. Yep. Breakdown in the secondary there. Kind of holding up his arms like what's going on was Derek Maxwell Jr., the linebacker. Well, let's see if Aiden Johnson can add a couple of points here. Why not? He's got 3 of them this year. He had one in the very first game of the year at Albany. Aiden Johnson from San Diego State. As he will kick it from left to right for those listening on radio. Good launch, just wide of the uprights and battling his way out to about the 8-yard line on the return is Kendall Williams. He just missed that deuce by a few feet, hitting off the near right side net. Watch it. Maybe a little farther than that, but still. Looked good off the foot.
Yeah, just wide right there, but nonetheless sets his defense up. Good job there backing up the Cats, and now defense got to make a quick stand here if you can get a turnover if you want any shot in this game.
There's a saying you don't say in a bar in Buffalo too often, wide right. 12 minutes remaining. There is the pass. Caught at the 15, down at the 16-yard line. Tackled by Keontae Shorter from Bemidji State up in the northern part of the state. Just keep going east on Highway 2 out of here. You'll be there.
Run into the Beavers for the Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference.
Ball up. It is 2nd and short, 2nd and about 3. Intercepted. Down the near side, 10-5. Touchdown, Keontae Shorter. Only the 3rd interception this year given up by the quarterback, Tyler Kulka. Only his 5th in AF1 play, regular season, in 2 years.
Well, it's just what the doctors ordered. See Shorter jump the route, left everybody in the dust. Kulka, you're not going to catch me before I'm into the end zone. Pick 6, Keontae Shorter. And maybe there's some life here for the Monsters.
There's still 11 minutes remaining, and the one thing you'll hear every one of us broadcasters say, there's still a lot of time left, and there still is. So now they're going to go for 2. In motion was Whitlock. And that won't work. Breaking through to knock Brooks down for a loss. 3 back to the 5. No good.
Timeout on the field.
10:54
Full media.
remaining in the fourth, and it's now 52-27. More coming your way from Amsoil Arena in just a bit.
The AF1.com.
Over the boards he goes.
The moment it happens.
Touchdown, Oregon Lightning.
The hits, the highlights, the news that shakes the league. It's already here. This isn't yesterday's story. This is right now. The AF1.com is your inside line to everything Arena Football 1. The AF1.com. Don't hear about it later.
Here we go again. That's going to leave a mark.
This is Arena Football 1.
This is what AF1 is all about.
The ball never dies.
He flipped over the wall and hung on.
The wall is waiting.
This is Arena Football 1.
No sideline.
He got lit up by the wall.
That's going to leave a mark.
No way out.
A hit like that only happens in Arena Football 1.
Because in here, the ball never dies.
Whatever your game is, pain shouldn't stop you. At Beacon Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we're here to help you move forward. From the sidelines to the operating room, from rehab to recovery, our team of experts provides the same world-class care trusted by the pros, so you can keep playing, working, and living without limits. Don't let pain hold you back. Schedule your appointment today at beaconortho.com.
Now see, that took some pregame preparation there too. Monster Man. Hey.
Yeah, upgrades from last season. I know you just had the onesie, but he added the shoulder pads and helmet. That's and a little bit of face paint too. I don't know if that was here last year, but yeah, it's a dedication there.
And the kick on its way. It is just wide. Taken off the net, and it'll be a 1. Kendall Williams could not escape the end zone.
The ruling on the field as the ball hit off the rebound structure and became dead in the end zone for a 1. Kicking team will be awarded 1 point. Ball replaced at the 5-yard line.
They won't
First
get 2,
and 10,
but they will
Nashville.
certainly take the 1.
Well, the receiver, intended receiver, Honeycutt, fell down, and stepping right in there and saying thank you very much was Keontae Shorter, whose cell phone will probably be burning up from friends from Bemidji. Ball is at the 5 for the Cats, 1st and 10. And Kolka still under center. The running back is Maxwell. There goes Honeycutt. A pitch to the right side, far side, and taken out to about the 7-yard line on the play was Kendall Williams. So it'll be 2nd down. They spot the ball at the 8, 2nd down and 7. Under 10 minutes now remaining in this fourth quarter. The Monsters scoring 2 touchdowns in the span of 1:28. And a leaping catch on the near side by Gandy. And putting them into the wall was Shy Hill along with Carlos Thompson. They give him progress just shy of the 13-yard line. He picked up 5. It'll be 3rd down and 2 from the 13. Williams in motion, far side. Kulka throwing, underthrown. And 2 penalty markers are down back at the line of scrimmage. And it looks like the aggressiveness from the defensive line is causing these penalties, the holding penalties, because they're really been more active in the trench.
Holding.
Clyde A. Davis is pleading with the official to play before to get a holding penalty.
3rd down.
This time he will, and I like the decision here by the Monsters. Enforce the penalty, back him up 10 yards. You haven't had a whole lot of success on 4th down, so you might as well back him up and make him retry this 3rd and make it 3rd and long and potentially get back to the quarterback.
It'll be 3rd and 9. It's half the distance, and it's down at the 6-yard line. 3rd down and 9 for the Cats. Again, Honeycutt in motion. Pass, Honeycutt. You put it in his direction, and he was able to catch it on the cut to the near wall. Made the catch shorter with the defensive play, but it is enough for the 1st down out to the 23-yard line. A 17-yard reception for Cutt or Honeycutt.
Yeah.
1st and 10. Call him BJ.
After the play was over,
Honeycutt.
unsportsmanlike conduct foul. Defense number 9, his 1st of the game.
Davis is going
10-yard penalty.
Sportsmanlike
1st
after
down.
the play, so it's going to move the chains even more into Monsters territory. Not what the defense needed there, as we're under 9 minutes to go here, 4th quarter, and they're nearly getting doubled up by the Cats.
So they spotted at the 17-yard line of the Monsters, where it'll be 1st down and 10. Not only a good catch, but then the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty called on Claude Davis. So Kulka, with a 1st and 10, will have 3 wide to the far side. Quick out pass, complete to Williams. Williams tackled at the 11-yard line, picks up 6. And it'll be a 2nd down and 4. 2nd and 4 from the 11 of the Monsters. Break the huddle, and Gandy wide to the near side, slot near side. Williams, short side, Honeycutt, far side. They snap from the far college hash mark. Hulk just gets rid of it and throws it away, and he got nailed.
Yeah, there's a flag that flew. I doubt it'll be roughing the passer.
Not at the 16-yard line.
No.
Holding.
No.
Offense, number 33.
And another
10-yard
holding
penalty.
call.
2nd down.
You mentioned Polka got blasted there. Certainly got the brunt of that one. They didn't get enough hold for him not to take a hit.
Well, that's similar to the treatment he saw in August a year ago here in Duluth. At the 21-yard line, but that's not to take anything away from his ability and what he certainly has accomplished. So from the 21, Kulka throws, and there he is. That man Honeycutt in the near corner. Touchdown. Prior to that pass, Kulka 22 of 39 for 222 yards, and he just picked up 21 right there on the touchdown to Honeycutt. Like to see his, well, he has been everything. Came into the game, the former Murray State racer, 33 catches, 445 yards, came in with 7 touchdowns. He's added to that total. They're going over 100 yards receiving. Kaplan's kick is no good. The crowd trying to jinx him down below us. And
timeout on the field.
Looked like it worked. It was no good.
Yep, Minnesota football fans are no strangers to wide left, as we saw right there.
No, they're not. No. Let's take a look. Honeycutt over 100 yards receiving in this one here. The former Murray State racer. Watch him here. He just put the move on that defensive back and gave himself a lot of room there and was able to make the catch seemingly with ease. So it kind of deflates the momentum that the Monsters had picked up as they're back down by 30, 58-28. Under 7 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's one thing you thought maybe the Monsters would change up, as they've been just kind of sitting back and letting these receivers just run straight at them. I think they'd maybe go to a press or something like that. They probably haven't practiced it a whole lot, so we haven't seen much of a change in the secondary. But yeah, right now Tyler Kolka, along with Honeycutt and Williams, have had themselves a day.
Oh, they have, and waiting for this upcoming kick, Phoenix Sproles down to our left on the kick from who has been a busy place kicker or kickoff artist, Kyle Kaplan. So from the goal line, as he sets it up wide of the far NFL hash marks, trying to take the scoreboard out of play, and he does, and he's trying to hook it in off the bottom left corner, taken there by Sproles, breaks a tackle, gets a little extra yardage after that out to the 7-yard line. So there it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 7-yard line for the Monsters.
Timeout on the field for an injury.
Timeout for an injury for Nashville. We'll take a timeout. 30-point lead for the Cats, who are cruising along like cool cats do.
This is Arena Football 1.
Welcome to the fastest game on turf.
The ball never dies.
This is what AF1 is all about.
You want soft?
Let's go!
Wrong building.
Hits like that only happen in Arena Football 1.
Walls.
There's no escape on this field.
Speed.
To the house.
Impact.
This is why you tune in.
This game doesn't slow down. It closes in. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Every dream starts with a chance. A chance to build something bigger than yourself, bigger than the game. For this team, this city, and every kid watching in this game, this is where it begins. And with these lights in front of this community, dreams are becoming reality. This is Oceanside Bombers football.
Whatever your game is, pain shouldn't stop you. At Beacon Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, we're here to help you move forward. From the sidelines to the operating room, from rehab to recovery, our team of experts provides the same world-class care trusted by the pros, so you can keep playing, working, and living without limits. Don't let pain hold you back. Schedule your appointment today at beaconortho.com.
During this last timeout, we could see in the entranceway off to the far left on the far side, we could see their backup quarterback, Josh Jones, warming up. There is Starks, the backup for the Monsters. Sproles makes the catch at the 16, tackled by Jaquez Woods, the third.
Positive start here to that drive for the Monsters.
First down, 1st and 10, a gain of 10 at the 17-yard line. Nice draw, handoff there to Shannon Brooks. Couldn't quite find the seam. Slow to get up is Leon Brown. Had a chance to meet the former Alabama Crimson Tide. And we were reliving some SEC days. His much later than mine. Mine were a lot earlier. Ball is at the 18. Snap back to Starks. Wide open Sproles. Sproles tagged against the wall by Omari Alexander. As nice job handling a bit of a low snap, but he was open. Sproles with a nice catch down to the 16. That's a 15-yard reception, by the way. There's another catch there for Tyron Laughinghouse. Laughinghouse out of St. Augustine College. Ball to the 13. Second down and 7. 4.5 minutes remaining fourth quarter. 58-28 in favor of Nashville. There is a wide out sweep, and it's not going anywhere. The man in motion from the near side, and that was Sproles. He got the reverse kind of handoff back behind the quarterback, and it was doomed.
Yeah, I don't know if that was an option play or just a dead give to Sproles, but you're going to see he's going to wish he would have pulled that one there if you're Starks.
Bit of a mesh problem there, too. 3rd and 10. Sproles in motion on the near side. Throw, lobbing for Sproles, who cut a little bit too late. He could have gotten behind Alexander if he made a little sharper cut to the end zone. But it's incomplete, and it's 4th and 10. 3.5 minutes remaining. It's at the 16 of the Cats, who have a healthy lead. By the way, the most points given up this year by the Cats, not the most that Nashville has scored. Nashville scored 78 in their season opener at home against Michigan. Snap to Starks. Find some room to run. Got rid of it before he was hit. And it's knocked out of bounds, preventing an interception. There was
personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 8.
And we have a penalty against Nashville, roughing the passer. And that'll be an automatic first down.
Yeah, it was a good job here by Starks, scrambling out of the pocket, keeping it alive, and just fading away. It's like since he put his all body weight into him as he pile drived him into the ground, we'll get a...
Yep, and he got Starks back in his heels as well. Under 3 minutes remaining, the ball now at the 8-yard line. Half the distance on the penalty of the Nashville Cats. In motion, Carlos Thompson. Pass caught near side, breaking away once, but unable to spin away at the 4-yard line. On the play was Marcus Sessoms. Boy, they were trying to yank that ball away, too.
Yeah, Sessoms broke free one tackle, but then all of a sudden the ball security part of catching the ball came into play there as he just got wrestled down inside the 5. But first time we've heard Sessum's name all night, and I think it might have been his first series or even entry into the ball game.
2nd and goal. Well, it was a bit of a surprise. Had not noticed that he had been signed to see him, and that one is knocked away as they were looking on the far side for Carlos Thompson. But a diving effort, nicely done there by Jaquez Woods. 3rd and goal from the 4.
That was a good route, but yeah, just going to be knocked for years. Going to play by Sessums.
That's the play before, and he hung on to it. It's at the 4. 3rd and goal. 1:28 remaining 4th quarter. Starks reverses. Ball is fumbled, but I think he fell on it. He made a reverse pivot, and there was now a penalty marker is down on the far side after the play was dead.
Yeah, looks like it was Derek Jones and Mo Strong getting into it on the backside of the play.
And the penalty marker is back at about the 9-yard line.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct foul. Defense, number 6, his first of the game. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
Automatic first down. It should be then placed at the 2-yard line. Just beyond the 1-minute warning. So unsportsmanlike called on Derek Jones. Rebels don't do that. I guarantee you a whole bunch of SEC fans in Middle Tennessee just said, who is he talking about? Solid Vol country there, and Austin P country. And there is the 1 minute warning.
Timeout. Under 1 minute timing rules are in effect.
We are warning you and everybody here. 1 minute remaining. 30-point lead, 58-28. As we're heading down the home stretch here in Amsoil Arena.
He's already flying.
This is Arena Football 1.
Full speed at the snap.
The ball never dies.
Man, you can't defend that speed.
He's already at full speed before the snap.
Blink and you miss him.
You're not chasing him, you're surviving him.
He's gone just like that.
By the time you react, full speed, full chaos. He's gone. Because in here, the ball never dies. This is Arena Football 1.
Unbelievable!
The ball never dies.
This is Arena Football 1.
8 men.
Hey, you're going to remember that one.
Nowhere to run.
Only an AF1.
Hockey speed.
Another one.
Football violence.
Unbelievable!
Small field.
Welcome to the wall.
Big collisions.
This is what AF1 is all about.
Don't blink. Because in here, the ball never dies.
Clarksville wasn't built quiet, now built loud, built proud, built fire. Built on boots, hit ground, no tire. Built on hearts that don't back down, go higher. No permission, we don't ask that. Keep the door, yeah, we crash that. 48 inches wall, where you at? Running too wide, yeah, you need that. Yeah, no sidelines, ain't no safety. No soft land is gonna save me. You don't watch, nah, you feel me. Whole crowd standing, energy crazy. Show up early, stay late, feel the ground shake. No breaks, hear the sound, that's us. That's us, that's us.
Well, welcome back. We just had the 1-minute warning and the required break in the action as we come back. Monsters first and goal from the 2-yard line. Starks will take it from the shotgun. Looking for a block there, and he is tackled from behind, which actually got him more yardage on the tackle by Torrance Williams. But it got him back to the line of scrimmage, basically what it did. Clock still running. Incomplete pass will stop it. Negative yardage would have stopped the clock there inside of a minute. Strong wide to the far side, slot far side is Sessoms, and also goes Sproles. Pass to the corner, broken up nicely by Omari Alexander, looking there for Sessoms towards the far corner, and that stops the clock with 14.1 seconds remaining. Next week for Nashville, they go to Michigan. Beautiful Saginaw, the Dow Events Center, where the Monsters have already been twice. Came away with wins both times. And
timeout, Minnesota. They're first. 30 seconds.
Minnesota, the Monsters, take a 30-second timeout. They have a couple remaining, stopping the clock with 14.1 seconds remaining. Sounds crazy, but this is an important scoring opportunity for them. You got to feel something good about it.
Yeah, and of course, you can see the upcoming schedule here for the Monsters. Will be at home next Saturday as they take on the Kentucky Barrels.
Then they head out there to Oceanside, where that'll be their second flight to Oceanside. And then they'll head to Clarksville to take on Nashville at the Ford Center there. Great place to host AF1 football.
Yeah, you might not think a timeout in a 30-point game with 14 seconds matter, but point differential matters in this league, so maybe you want to make this loss a little bit more respectable, but these points could matter as the season dwindles down.
Starks tosses it. Sessoms just making the cut, and he got shoved back. I think the first one there was Ezra Thibodeau. And that's going to be it. The clock runs out, and the final score will be a 30-point victory
of the game.
58-28. Not the debut that the Monsters wanted in their home here, first game here of the year. But they will be back taking on Nashville on the road, as I mentioned. And for Nashville, this really was a game where they needed to show the rest of the league that they're not going quietly into that good night.
No, absolutely not. They made it to the championship game last year. They're showing that's not a fluke. They belong at the top of the league, remaining with just one loss to one of the top teams in the league who are both undefeated. So just like that, Nashville stamping their dominance, beating the one-loss Monsters here on their home turf in the home opener.
And they gain a half game because Albany is the idle team this weekend. And so remember, you've got the Vice game tomorrow at 5 o'clock, Beaumont at Oregon. And for the Monsters, they will take on the Kentucky team next week, Saturday, a week from tomorrow, right back here in Amsoil. For Jenner Graff, I'm Tom Stalker. We hope you have enjoyed the broadcast from here in Duluth and wish you a very pleasant good night and a very happy Memorial Day weekend.